Minister Baerbock from Germany in her period as Foreign Minister. Annalena.
Thank you very much, dear Minister, dear David, for bringing us here together. This is very important in these days, ladies and gentlemen. My stomach hurts. I want to go home and play with my friends. End of quote. That is what 7-year-old Saki from Sudan said to his mothers shortly before he died in her arms. He died of anemia. His family did not have enough to eat. Saki's family is one of a million in Sudan. When we are reading headlines in European media about the so-called forgotten crisis in Sudan, I ask myself, how can we forget about children like Saki, one of a million? How can we forget the world's largest humanitarian crisis? The 30 million who cannot survive without humanitarian assistance. The horrific reports of women and children being raped. When I was in one of these refugee camps, speaking to a mother, telling me that her daughter cannot get up anymore after being raped several times before coming to the refugee camps, there are no words left. They reported atrocities, such as the people trapped in El Fasher and the hundreds of civilians and aid workers that have reportedly been killed this weekend. We cannot forget them, because every life matters. This war must end, and if it continues, there will not be any winner at all. We all lose humanity. Therefore, I would also like to underline 3 priorities. 1, humanitarian assistance. Germany is today pledging an additional 125 million euros for Sudan and their neighboring states. But we must ensure that humanitarian assistance can actually reach those in need most, children like Saki. And I want to be crystal clear as well. No amount of humanitarian assistance will be sufficient if this war continues. As said by the African Union, there cannot be any military solution. This war must end. Therefore, second, all external actors must work towards de-escalation. Those who seek to gain power or influence in Sudan through military or financial support are fueling the flames of conflict, and they should see the face of Saki and the raped girls and women every day. We therefore urge all external actors to use their power responsibility in order to shape a secure and peaceful region. Third, the parties to the conflict must finally come to the negotiation table. We firmly support the African Union and the United Nations in taking the lead towards a lasting peace. And I would also underline the words of my French colleague and my British colleagues. We had a good meeting in Paris, and we were a couple of steps further than we are right now today. So we have to continue to work on that roadmap. A first step for a lasting ceasefire could be an agreement for the protection of critical infrastructure as proposed by the European Union. And those who are definitely ready for peace are the people of Sudan, the millions of innocent. We need them, we need the civilians, for a political process that empowers the Sudanese people to shape their own future. Because they are not forgetting about their people. They are not forgetting about the children like Saki. They are not forgetting about the survivors of sexual violence, the millions of people who had to flee their homes. And we are standing by their side. We will continue our work until we see peace also in Sudan. Thank you.